Right, good afternoon, Joe here over at Wooliecottage.com. It's been a while, guys. Feels like it's been a while. Right, I'm just making some mini blends up. Not really got a lot planned for today. I just thought I'd get a bit of a catch up with you guys, tell you what's been going on and what's happening over the next month. Right, so yeah, I'm just making up some, I don't know, I feel like making up some gradient colourway bats or something like that. I think I might do that. So I've got this lime green, I've got these ones here, but I'll split these. The leftover from Patreon. I've just filmed the Patreon. Hold on a minute, this is driving me potty. It's been winding me up all morning. I'm in bare feet and there's a piece of blinking sticker backing that's been stuck to my foot every time I walk over the top of it. So yeah, I've uploaded the Patreon video, which is just sat waiting for me to get it over on there, so that'll be going on Patreon today. I've got another one to do, so it's out the way. And then what else have I got to do? Oh yeah, really, just do a couple of bits and pieces, because I'm adjusting the way that I'm doing my website shop drops for the next few months at least. And then there's a couple of bits and pieces going on the website over the next week or so that I want to tell you about as well, just in case you don't go over to my Instagram where I do my live chats on a Saturday. I know quite a few of you don't go over that side all the time, so I thought I'll let you know where my head's at and what I've been up to and what I'm doing. Hey, it's Sandra, and what I've been doing and stuff. Excuse me, squeeze me. So I'm just trying to make up. Come on, you, be annoying. My blinking scale's been annoying today. Hiya, Bridie love. Come on, back to 0, please. There we go, that's better. Trying to say that blinking roving was at least a silly amount, a bit more than that. That'll do. Yeah, so I'm making up a new haircut. Yes, I've had it all chopped off. I needed a deep clean cleanse, Bridie. So I went and popped into the the walk-in hairdressers the other day and just said, right, just take it all off, give me my short pixie cut. I need it gone. It drive me potty. So I've had a bit of a change, make me feel self better, get rid of what's been going on and everything else, and just a little bit of a refresh. Even bought myself some new sparkly eyeshadow as well the other day there. New handbag. There, I'm nearly back to normal. Nearly back to normal. Just going to get through this week. And then next week we can start looking forward. So yes, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just blending up some, oh get me, yeah, sparkly eyeshadow. I know. I do girly now and again, you know. Just a dash, just a hint. I'm not a complete tomboy, but not far. I definitely would say that I've got more girly the older I've got. And these glasses drive me potty. I lost these glasses for 2 years. We found them when we were moving bits around in our bedroom. And then they were sat on the windowsill, so I had a spare pair. And the flaming cat knocked them off the windowsill in the living room. And Phil only found them the other day. They've been missing for 3 months. So I'm just going to make up a selection of hand-dyed roving mixed with some merinos, and do a bit of a, not so much a colour gradient, but like a 50-gram pack of different colours in there, so they will all work together. Just a little bit something different instead of putting a couple of big blends onto the website at the moment, because there's 95 art bats on the website, not including Patreon art bats. So yeah, I'm not going to be putting any of those on next week. I thought I'll do something a little bit different. Something a little bit different and just do up some packs of blend. I've got quite a few. I've got different colours of rovings lying around the place that need to be used up. Hi Elizabeth. What am I making? Bracelets by Kate. I'm doing some packs for shop listings for next week. Hi all. Nice to have a free Wednesday and be here. It makes a change for you, Liz. You're always working on a Wednesday. Yeah, so I'm just putting together a collection of 50-gram art bats, so they can go into a pack together. They're going to be quite simple. These ones aren't going to have any silky stuff or anything, and it's just literally hand-dyed wool and some mill-dyed wool blended together just to make a nice collection. Because a couple of weeks ago I did do, and I ended up sending them off to Sandra for one of the patterns that she's creating for us at the moment for September. And it was the gradient pack, and I'm sure I did it on one of my live chats. I probably did it on my Instagram. But yeah, so it's just a nice little selection so you can mess around or spin off the wools and make them into the gradients instead of doing them from rovings. So here we go, that's what we're doing. So that's one done. I like doing little 50-gram sets because they're dead easy just to wing on the drum card and not too much thinking going on. And I can still talk at the same time. So there's a few things going on in the background. A lot of my regulars know. I saw your post on Insta just before I came on. I had to pop downstairs and go and get some cheese and toast. So I was and I saw what you've been doing, your bowls and stuff like that. You definitely got to steam from now on your rovings. Yeah, it definitely makes a difference when you steam your rovings, regardless of who they've come from, or even once they arrive or they're sat inside your stash. I genuinely try, if I'm not like running behind or anything like that, but my rovings are usually steamed, especially if they've been dried in front of the fire, because it just helps get rid of that little crispy feel to them when they've been sat in front of the fire because they dry so intensely. But if they've been hung out in the washing line, I don't always steam them. So there's one semi-solid little lilac lavender coloured art bat. So these will all go in together into one pack. So it's not a complete solid, but it is a semi-solid. So you've got these little hints of shades in the bat. So this is what I'm doing today. Keep me out of mischief for about 5 minutes. Right, so we've got this one to work with next, which, hold on, we'll go with this one because it's got more purpley blues in it. So there's this one here, and I think I will go with, what have I got? Nope, not that. I'm looking to see if there's any spare rovings in there, like, what shall I go with? I think I'll go with this. I've got some hand-dyed roving. I just need to weigh them out. Hiya, Hilly. Just a quick hello. Are you you'll be at work, lady. You're skiving. You're skiving. I need a little bit more to go in that, so I shall use, what shall I go with? I wasn't really going to stick any other type of blends in. I just wanted to do it more or less a plain no fuss sort of blends. I know what I'll use. A little bit of this. Yeah, that's fine. Take some of this. I'll put that in there. 26. Take a bit of that off. Oh, this is 23 micron count merino I'm working with. This one here in my hand's 21. I only know that because I was using it the other week there for working with. So plonk that over there. You love my nails, they're gorgeous. My nails and I have been at war for many, many years. my nails split constantly. No matter how much vitamins or jelly I eat, they never work how they're supposed to work. So my nails always look nice one week, and then the dye pots come out, and then they're usually green, blue, indigo for about 4 or 5 days. I was a nail biter up until, when did I stop biting my nails? I bit my nails ever since I was a kid, and it's only in recent years that I stopped biting my nails. Yeah. I'm swine. I can't. The only reason I don't bite my nails now is because I've got really, really poorly teeth, so it hurts too much to bite my nails now. So that's the only reason I don't bite my nails. I suppose I was a bit of a nervous kid. I used to bite my nails and stick my thumb. Stick my thumb for years. You're a nail biter as well, but Katie. Yeah. Stick my thumb up until I was about 10 years old. We moved around a lot, so to a point I was a bit of a nervous ninny growing up. Bride didn't mind too, even through rubber gloves. They're a nightmare, aren't they? My fingers are so brittle. No matter what I do, I can never get them to. But they're usually about that long. My thumbnail, this one, will grow like a vampire's fingernail. And it's solid. But the rest of my fingers are so brittle. And obviously, working with acid dyes more or less every week, it takes its tolls on your fingernails. And I'm 59 now, so my body's constantly all over the place, changing hormones and everything, so your nails are never going to be great. Right, so yeah, that's what we're doing now, is just adding these. We've got these different shades of duck egg blue. Bridie, not a nail biter, dyed hands. Yeah, dyeing. Dyeing's the worst for me because I don't bite my nails anymore. This is going to have a slightly mermaidy feel to this. I blended this same colourway up the other week there from my Patreon videos. It's got neon green in this as well, which is a bit out in your face, like neon tennis ball green. So I'm just having a play. Hiya Danielle, you love my new hairstyle. I've just gone shorter than usual, Danielle, but thank you very much. Yeah, sometimes you just need a change. And it's easy for me with fibro at the moment. See, because we've not had no summer this year, my fibro just won't back off at all. So I'm finding it really difficult with the hairdryer constantly brushing my hair. Like, my arms up in the air with the hairdryer is really starting, my neck and my back just won't ease off at all. So I thought, bugger it, I'll just cut it all off. So I've gone back to my my Pixie Dame Judi Dench cut. Bet the new hair cut feels fab. It does feel really good. A bit of mousse when I come out the shower, and a bit, then once that's dried, and then I stick a bit of wax in it. Done. Hairdryer. I've got a cheat to put the hairdryer on. The dog I can't dry my hair in the morning without Iona having the hairdryer on. She loves it. She loves the flaming hairdryer, Iona. That old dog of ours, she turned 7 the other day. Sherry, a lesbian hobbit. Right, Phil, not sure where this person's come from. Thank you very much, love. Hold on a minute. Community moderation. Message daily. Block words. Community defaults. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Yep, that one. Why won't it? Right, so if you're now watching, there's 22 people on here. You can only comment. You can only comment if you're a subscriber, mate. So there we go. Subscribers, only those who follow your channel or set for a certain amount of time can participate and send messages. Okay. There you go. So, yeah, I'm not having people trolling me on here or just stupid comments. If you want to leave a comment by all means. If you want to be and participate in this, is a safe space, it's a safe community. Just like, subscribe. That's fine, not a problem. Come and join in the community really nicely. But don't believe in silly things. No, I'm not a lesbian, thank you very much. Yeah, whatever. It's really childish and really pathetic. If it makes you feel good, go and do it to somebody else. But don't do it here on my safe community, my safe space, my followers' safe space. And these are my friends, not just my subscribers. These are people I've known for years. So back off, go do one and go mess with somebody else's head, because you will get blocked. Really haven't got the time for prattling around, guys. Oh, do you know? Right. There's always one bloody idiot, Sandra says. I know, sweetie. Only channel subscribers of 20 minutes or longer can add messages. There we go. So it's sorted. I thought if I put it in there permanently, but I hadn't, obviously, so I'm going to have to do that every single time. Phil's here. He's in there somewhere. Can't be doing with it. I'm 49 and perimenopausal. Do not mess with me. I'm not in the mood. Honestly. Go and get up to your life. Christ, would you talk to your mother like that? Honestly, Danielle. Honestly, we've been through hell and backwards the last couple of months in the last week. I really don't be doing it with trolls at the moment because they will get a piece of my mind. Yeah, so there's that one. I'll show you them all together in a minute. But that one's got this really soft blues. It's got little hints of purple in there. Right, so that's those two done. These are going to look really, really pretty. And I know I've got this neon tennis ball green one to deal with in a minute, but I will tone it down, I promise. So we've got this one next, which is the back end. We've still got a bit of purple in there. Then it goes into this aqua and then starting to hint in the green. So I am going to go with, she's thinking, what have I got? I've got fluff in my mouth. I've had fluff in my mouth all flaming morning, I tell you. What am I going to go with on that one? We've just done blue. I'll go with, let's see. I'm rootling. Joe's rootling. It's never a good sign. You might have to send out the rescue team for her. Right, hold on a sec. We'll do this one. Put that back in there. We'll do this and we'll add in. Put that in there. Oh, come on. Behave, Scales. So we'll go with that one. And then we've got, how much of that have I got? 42. And I will add in, because it's like aqua green. Have I got anything? I don't really want, there we go. I'll use a dash of this. Peppermint superwash merino. So I've got some of this. So add a little bit more in. Try and get this up to 50 grams. That will do, 53. Perfect, because I've got this tennis ball, this greeny colour, but this is the really, really bold one we've got to work with as well. We have had foot and mouth outbreak in your house. Youngest kid got it, pass it to the older one, then on to his dad, and luckily youngest didn't have it in his mouth, but partner and boy both do. Oh God, that's not a good thing. I didn't know that adults could get foot and mouth. I knew kids can. Yeah, I knew that kids could get it, but I didn't know that adults could. Oh, there we go. So we've got this really soft aqua green, not aqua blue, but an aqua green, and I'm going to blend it with this multicoloured one. on the top. Really soft. These have been dried outside in the line, so they're really, really soft to work with. They're not fussing with it or at all. So I'm going to start off with this really soft pastel Docket green. Get that on there. And then I'm going to go in with my, it's turned out looking more like a mermaidy sort of colour. Hogs and Wales Crutches for Phil, and have a great having you in Joe's Fibre Gang. Oh, Phil, he thinks he's like going to turn into, I don't know, he thinks he's our bouncer that way, if you know what I mean. He does. But then on a Wednesday, usually his day's off on a Wednesday, so if I do live chat on a Wednesday over here, then he's always in the background, people. I shall mention that he is always in the background. But when I'm over in Instagram, I've got yous lot. He's an honorary fluffer. Mother care bouncer, he said, is what he meant, not mother are bouncers. Yeah, mother care bouncer. That's what I call Texel sheep. They're ugly looking creatures, Texel sheep. They're supposed to be really lovely sheep to have if you wanted them as a pet. But no, they're absolutely ugly looking. They're not the prettiest of sheeps, that's for sure. We've got loads of Texels around here. So we've got this, I've definitely got like a bit of a mermaidy sort of theme going on. And I know which colour's going to put off anyone buying this on the shop. And it'll be the vivid coloured green. I know it will. But I'm going to add some really subtle undyed wool to it in a minute, just to help bring it down a little. Calm it. And so it'll all work together. There we go. And one more piece of this hand dyed. So next week, if you guys don't follow me over my Instagram account, I announced it at the weekend just gone. But I think it'll be next Thursday, I'll get my backside in gear. I'll putting up the Christmas Advents over on the website. You'll have two options this year for size wise. You have 4 by 100 grams for 4 Sundays of Advent. And this year, instead of doing my 24 days of Christmas Advent with 100 grams for Christmas Day, which is usually 24 times 25 grams, plus 100 grams, it ends up being 700 grams worth of wool. All you ladies are lovely, but there's always one that sneaks through and no one here needs or deserves it. It's too nice a community to spoil. Oh, bless. Phil's after something really tasty for his tea. He's up to something, he's being that nice. Honestly, you're not having any more Lego this week, Phil. You have no more Lego this week. Yeah, so instead of me doing this year my usual 24 days of Christmas Advent, which is 25 grams a day, little parcels to open, and then you get 100 grams on Christmas Day. They're all gift wrapped, and I'm adding little gifts in there, little extras and pieces like that you can use. Not all silly stuff. It'll be practical things that you can use depending on what crafts you do. So I'm changing it to 12 days of Advent. So for 12 days, you'll get 50-gram art bat, going along with this theme that I'll show you in a minute. And then Christmas Day, you'll still get your 100 grams art bat in there, all gift wrapped and everything else. I'll still be doing the installment plan as usual, like I do every year and have done for the last 6 years. If you're not sure what that's about and you'd like to know, just drop me a message over on my Instagram. The quickest way to get a hold of me. So this is the theme I'm going with this year. I'm going with the hippies 70s retro colour theme. So you've got all these dusky muted colours, yellows and oranges and stuff like that, and olives. The teal blues, the denim blues, the sort of surf wash sort of colours. So that is this year's Christmas Advent theme. I always put it on sale in July. If you're wanting to do an instalment plan, it works out that you pay a non-refundable deposit, say this month when it goes up on the website, and then I email you with an invoice for your next 2 payments the 2 months later. But what it does as well, and some people have taken advantage of this, it means that say in August something crops up, God knows what, a new pair of shoes for the kids at school, and you thought that you've only just bought them a pair just before the end of term, and they've grown out 3 sizes and you need to get a new pair of shoes. So what that means is I would delay that payment until the following month, and then you've got the last payment will be October instead of September. So there you go. As a self-confessed hippie, I love the theme, and that will definitely be buying. Love the theme colours. You have to get that. Well, you've got the 2 options. You've got the 400 gram options that I'll be doing, which you get 4 100 gram bats. And still some gifts. So there is a cheaper option in there, but that won't be done as an instalment plan. That's all in one go. But the other one, the larger one, the 700 grams of fibres, and once it's all packed up, wrapped, all the gifts are added into it. If you're in the UK, I always throw in some sweets and things like that as well. It ends up being around about 1.2 to 1.3 kilos of weight. So you don't, it's not, you're getting a lot more for your money. And honestly, I do not make a lot of profit on them at all. There's a lot of work goes into them, but I like to spoil you when you get your advents. So yeah, they'll be on the website next week. There we go. So you may, also I want to as well just let you know, I put a video up the other day that I have released from my Patreon because it's listed on there, and it's some of my blending videos from January, February, my storyteller art bats, because there's been some stuff going on in the background family wise, and there's been a passing in the family for some of you that don't know and aren't aware, so it's affected us quite a bit. So until we've got past this stage, funerals next week, I won't be putting up any Inkle Back to Basics videos just for a little while. But what I've done is I've released my storyteller art bat videos. I'll be doing one every week. So next week I've uploaded the dying part, which is part 1. I did that the other day, so it's on my channel now and you can view it. And then there's 3 more videos that followed that with me showing you how I blend those dyed fibres into art bats from pictures. So they were from the one of the very first videos I did on Patreon. So that was a good while back, January, February. So that's what month are we in now? 7 months, so 5 months ago. So I'm releasing them now. So you've got 1 video this week, you get 1 video next week, the one after, and it'll just sort of try and keep me going through till the end of July, and then hopefully I'll still come pop on for a live chat in a fortnight's time, but you'll get these videos in just to give me a bit of a break and to find my footing, because I'm changing the way I'm doing things at the moment, just to make my working weeks a little bit better, because I do a lot of filming behind the scenes, because I've got Patreon and I've got you guys here on YouTube. So I'm trying to change my working week up. I will be doing listings on the website every fortnight now, not every week. I'll be changing that as of next week. So next week will be the last week that I'll do a weekly update. So this week I've already done new shop drop. Next week I'll do a shop drop, but the week after won't be. I'll be filming videos for Patreon and for YouTube, so they're all ready and out the way, and it just makes my working week and gives me time as well. Because the last year, you've probably seen quite a few people are saying at the moment about having to close down their stores or stop dyeing and everything else. Nicole Frost is one as well. She won't be coming back to the arm industry. She's going to finish off writing her book. And she's struggled trying to make ends meet over the last 18 months. It's dribs and drabs at the moment, and we're all in the same boat. Our electricity and gas payment has gone up 50 quid, and we have solar panels. We have no idea why it's gone up that much. I think it's something to do with the smart meter kicking in and them actually getting readings. So yeah, we're struggling, but it means that I'm literally working for now. I've got 95 bats on my website at the moment. Usually I've only got about 50 sat on my shelves, and that's in between steady sales. And it's just not working out that way. It's costing me money to keep on going. So what I'm going to do It's just for a time being, just for a little while, as I'm going to drop down the rate of amount, not so much the amount of stuff that I put on the website, but the distance between listings. So I'm going to list new art bats every fortnight, or new rovings or whatever. If I feel like putting anything different up in the weeks before, in between, maybe 3D printed stuff that I've done behind the scenes, or blended up a batch of Rolex or whatever, then I can put them on whenever I feel like doing it, and I'll let you know. But I'm just going to take my weeks a little bit easier, just for the time being. Of the Christmas Advents coming in soon, so I'll be concentrating on getting those out of the way. Then I've got Perth in September. I've literally got everything that I need. I just need to dye up loads of rovings, that's all. So I'm just trying to work out my balancing week to make my life and look after myself as well, but still giving you guys everything that you need, like your art bat listings and stuff like that. There's absolutely loads on the shop at the moment, and I mean loads. There we go. So that's the third one. So yeah, I'm just changing down the way that I do stuff, just to make my working balance a little bit easier for me, because it's all getting a little bit much at the moment. I'm working every week, dyeing every week, doing things every week, listing stuff every week, and it's all just getting a little bit monotonous. And I've been close. I've said to Phil and to Sandra in private conversation that there's been times I've been that close to saying, sod the lot of it, I'm not doing it anymore. So this is my compromise to me, not shutting down Wooliecottage or at least disappearing for 6 months, but just changing the way that I do stuff, because there's people out there that will only do shop drop listings, I don't know, maybe once a month, and I can't afford to do it just once a month, shop drop listings, because as far as I'm concerned, I will lose those levels in my analytics. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. So I thought, well, if I do it every fortnight, put a shop drop up there. If I want to stick anything else on in between, then that's my prerogative. I can do so if I really want to. Right, what we got? That was aqua and that was green. So now we've got this one. Good idea, Bridie says. Yeah, it's just about balance, isn't it? Balance of my life, my time. I haven't, do you know what, Bridie? Remember, like a year or so ago, I used to say that I felt guilty if I took a day off. The last month or so, with it being so quiet, I haven't felt guilty once when I've sat down in front of the TV, either picked up my inkle loom or sat and done my knitting. I haven't felt guilty whatsoever about doing that. So I've definitely got to a point now, and it's definitely got to be to do with blinking menopause, I reckon. I definitely think so. I'm like, no, do you know what? If I want a day off, I want a day off. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't chastise yourself the next day that you've now got to catch up with a load of work. I've been making sure that all my work's been done by Monday, and I'm sitting Tuesday, Wednesday, giving it, I don't actually have to go upstairs into the studio. I can shut the door. I don't have to dye anything until Thursday, and Friday, even if I don't want to dye on a Thursday, I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it Friday, because it still will be all dry and ready for Saturday morning for me for dyeing it up, for blending it all up for bats. So yeah, that's what I've decided. So I'm just going to trial it for a little while, see how it goes. There's plenty on there, and I'm still going to be listing more or less the same amount of stuff every fortnight, probably about 10 new bats every fortnight. If I can squeeze them in, some rovings. Or it might be Rolex, because I need to definitely get some Rolex packs sorted out for going to Perth with, because they've been selling quite well. So I might do Rolex, stick them on the shop. If they sell, they sell. If they don't, they're coming with me. Your health improved after closing your shop mentally and very much physically, but your retirement age too. Yeah, I'm miles away from retirement age. I've only just turned 49. Elizabeth, you produce loads, Joe. Take a step back. You don't have to keep adding stuff to the shop in vast quantities. As your life, you do as you please. And we're here for you for the chat as well as the fibre. Your bride is looking forward to Perth. Yeah, I think they could have done with announcing that a little bit early for Perth, especially booking places. We were really lucky to get somewhere, because I've known since March that I was going and that I'd been accepted. I was completely blown out the way when I found out that I'd been accepted, because I only put it in off the cuff, the application for Perth Yarn Festival. I just did it on a whim, and I got accepted and I was completely flabbergasted. I wasn't expecting to get there. Don't think I'll be doing any yarn shows next year. Play it by ear, but I very much doubt it unless I can get to the Kendal Wool Show, the Wool Gathering, the Cumbrian Wool Gathering. If I can get into that, because I actually requested alerts for when they did the announcement for the applications and never got the application. So yeah, so I missed out completely on that one. So I may try and apply for that, but that may be the only one that I'll go to. But yeah, it's a lot of fuss and bother. Have you thought about taking a Christmas themed stock to Perth? I wouldn't do that because I'd have to make that all up individually. And Perth's in September, Christmas is ages off. What I may do is do some print ups of these and take them as business flyers and have them on the table advertising that they're available for a limited time. But yeah, I wouldn't take any up. Sandra's in the middle of designing a new shawl that will come in a knit version and a crochet version, and it's going to have these, it's called the Winterberry shawl. I'm sure she won't mind me mentioning it, but let you know now. But they'll be going up to Perth, a couple of sets of those. I'm not taking anything gimmicky with me like I did to the Edinburgh Wool Gathering. And the jelly bag sets that I had, I'm not taking them. I'm going to stick them on the website. You know, with the little bats in there and the Turkish spindles. Hold on a minute, these ones. Are they still in the bag? Or are they somewhere else? Where are they? Do you know, they're never where you expect them to be, are they? They're in here. So I still have these. So I'm going to stick them on the shop. I'm not going to take anything gimmicky with me up to Perth. I'm just going to go with what people know me for. So I will take some Turkish spindles and stuff up with me and my knitting oddies. But I'm not going to take these up. I have got these. They're little 50-gram art bats in a pack, in a little bag. And some of them got 30-gram spindles and some of them have got 10-gram spindles. And it's got some translucent stickers in there and some sweetie stuff. So I have got quite a few of these that I really need to get flogged. So I might take photos of these and stick them on the website. So yeah, these will probably go onto the website over the next week or so. I need the space. And it's just stock that's sat there not being used. So these little jelly bags with 50-gram art bats and spindles, sweeties and stickers, just something a little bit fun. They'll be on the shop. They're going on the shop. I'm not taking them with me. I think because Perth will be inundated with lots of stuff, I can take my spindles with me, but it's the amount of stock that I've got to take with me as well, and the storage for displaying them all. Last time I just took far too much stuff with me to justify the amount of actual space I had to work with. So yeah, I'll tone it down for this one. So this is just the very beginning of a fluorescent tennis ball green. So I'm just going to stick this in with this mint, and this will tame this one down a little bit. So yeah, no, taking the Christmas Advent is a good idea, but cash viable wise, I literally only buy the stock that's been ordered. Because it's a pre-order thing, I only buy in the stock and it gets put to one side just specifically for the Christmas Advents. I don't use it for anything else. So as the orders come in, I start putting the deposits to one side, and once I get to a certain amount of deposit, so like for eight orders, then all of that money goes straight in to buy the stock in for the Christmas Advents. Then the following month, the money that comes in from instalment payments or whatever, then that pays for the gifts, and then anything else pays for the postage that gets put to one side. So there's a way that I do things, and I just cannot justify taking up Christmas Advent sets minus the Christmas gifts for selling there. It's just not viable. And not just that, people that would have ordered them or may have ordered them may be at Perth, and they're going to see what they look like. And they'll be like, oh, no, can I have my deposit back? I was thinking just things like small festive theme art bats or something, 50-gram bats, etc. Just wondering if people will be interested. I can say that when I did the really good gathering, my rovings flew off the shelf. My big bats slightly struggled a bit, but my Rolags went. I didn't take many of those, but they sold really quickly, and my blend sets went really quickly. So I will be taking some of those up with me, but I'm not going to bother with anything gimmicky, I don't think. I've got my spindles, and I've got my niddy noddies, and I've got my yarn bowls. So I think that's more than adequate for extra bits out of what I normally do for taking, because to go up, there's Phil, I and 2 dogs in the car to drive up to Perth, up to Cooper, to the cottage that we're renting, and then I've got to unpack it all, and I've got to take my display stuff with me as well as my stock. We just don't have the space in the car, Liz, honestly. And I've only got a 6x6 stand, so you're like a 6-foot table, pasting table sort of length, and then I've got some boxes, like they're not boxes, it's like a cage thing that you put all together with these sides and little knuckle bits, like a unit for displaying all my art bats and stuff like that. So yeah, if I had a transit van or a minibus, and a bigger stand, then yeah, I could quite easily take a lot more stuff. Unless Sandra's on the roof. Yeah, Sandra's coming with us again to help us out on Saturday. But yeah, just don't have the room. Don't have the room. We've got to take the dogs with us as well up to the accommodation, because we obviously can't leave them behind. Leaving the cats in charge of the rabbits and chickens. Not really. I've got a neighbour, hopefully he'll come down and feed them for us. So yeah, it's just not cost effective to do Christmas advents, and doing anything footery most of the time, like those little bag things, they were good, they did sell, don't get me wrong, but I came back with 14, 15 of them and I only took 25, so in the grand scheme of things, over 2 days I sold 10. It's not a lot really. Sandra says, get the roof rack on, Phil. I hold on tight. Just strap her on with her big goggles on. Yeah, so, no, it's a nice idea, and I wish I could. Like Siobhan Crafts does. She takes all the little frittery bits and pieces for hers, but she gets the bigger stands. It's cost me £230 for a 6-foot stall. And that's one of the small ones. There you go. So that's got a hint of neon in there, and I've toned it down with some mint. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got one more to do, which is a proper in your face. Do I want to go down that route, or do I want to go down the aqua route? No, I will. Honestly, the pair of you are going to drive me to distraction. What shall I do next? I think I'll go with this. Instead of that in your face colour, 26, I'm going to add in some of this. Oh, my battery's about to go. Hold on a second, my battery's going to have to go in a minute. Well, not go, but go over to the table. I'm going to add in some of this. See if I can find my, 1 minute, I need to get my cable and plug myself in before my phone runs out. See if it'll work. Oh, I've got one more bat to do. Yes, so what have I covered? Yeah, I've covered the Christmas Advent. I've covered going to Perth, and the changing my work patterns and listing. So I think that's all the news caught up with everybody. I think that's about it. So for the next couple of weeks, you might not see a back to basics video, but you will definitely get videos of me blending that I've taken from Patreon, because they were really good ones, and they were sort of in a theme wise. If you watch the video, you'll see exactly what I mean. But you've got dye up a batch of like videos. It's dye pot Thursdays videos, and I dye up a batch of wills. They're all being inspired by pictures, and then each week after that, for the next 3 weeks, you'll get a video installation of me blending up those colourways according to three different pictures that have inspired the colourways, and I explain how I do it. So I don't do those sort of videos on YouTube as much anymore, because I do them over on Patreon. So if you want to see what I've done over the last recent months, you're more than welcome to go over to Patreon, pardon me, and join in over there as a member, or free, because you will get to see them over there as well. Eventually, you'll get, as a free member, you'll get to see them before YouTube do. But yeah, it's a nice little community over there. Q&A's going up this week, so people get to actually choose what colours I'm going to work with from 1 month to the next, which isn't always a great idea, believe me. But sometimes trying to get people to vote over there to decide what they want, it's like herding rabbits on my Patreon some days. Right, so we've got this aqua, and I'm adding in this dove grey in there. So I'm just going to put that on, and then I'll get the rest of them and I'll show you what they look like together. And they'll all be going in one pack. One pack together. There's approximately 250 grams of these in total. 5 50-gram bats or thereabouts. They'll be over, not under. But they're a nice little weight to work with. Because I think sometimes when you're spinning yarn or working with it for felting or whatever, like Bridie does wet felted balls, I think 50 grams are a nice little weight to either sit there and do some spinning just for half an hour in the evening, chill out after you've had your dinner, or if you're doing felting, 50 grams is just a nice size for doing anything wet felted. So I'm just going to add this little bit more in extra, and then add in the last bit of this aqua green. But this is a great way for me as well to get rid of rovings that are just sat hanging around looking for a job. Just sat there thinking, I'm bored, I need to be used. There we go. Last time. Big card in. Oh, move that bag out of the way. Take that off. Oh, there we go. This is a bit like a mojito sort of colourway. It's got quite a strong aqua green in there, but with the white it calms it down a little bit. I'll save the tennis ball green for something else. I might put that in a dark blend later down the line, so you've got this in the background, and hint of white. There we go. Roll that up. So there is bat number 5. It goes in with that. So in a second I'll grab them all over. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there we go. So they're all slightly different. So you've got this heathery colour. Okay. Oh. And then you've got the one with the fluorescent green in there as well. Why did I get covered in that? Then we've got the blue. It's got hints of purple in there, very subtly. And these are 2 different colours. You can see it. So that's the aqua green and that's aqua blue. So they will all go in one pack together. So there we go. So you've got aqua blue, aqua green. You've got this powder blue with hints of lilac in there, and you've got the heather. So it's like a mermaid pack really. It's the same colourway to the mermaid colours that I would normally work with, and then that. All right, Bridie, you take care, sweetie. So yeah, that will all go in one pack next week. Yeah, I quite like that, and they're all about 50 grams or just over 50 grams each on there as well. So I hope you found this week's YouTube chat really helpful or informative. I will be back for a little chat in a fortnight's time. Just to remind us others out there, if you want to join in the chat, you're more than welcome to come and join our community over here. You go and subscribe onto my channel. And you can come over. We're quite happy. We're open to everybody, whether you're from a felting background or a spinner's background, or just want to sit there and have a natter. You're more than welcome to come and join in. None of us will put up with any type of carry-on. We're too old for that crap. Okay? So you take care of yourselves. Leave a thumbs up, and I will catch up with you in a couple of weeks' time. And watch out for the Storyteller art bats that will be coming onto the YouTube channel over the next few weeks. And I hope you enjoy those too. For now, take care of yourselves, stay out of trouble, and if you can't, blame somebody else. I always do. Usually Phil's fault. It's always Phil's fault. It's never my fault. See you later.